There's a hole in my heart. My soul is bleeding. I need to free my mind and see what I'm feeling. 'Cause Lord knows, Lord knows, tired of the way he treats me. Tired of the guilty feelings. Tired of the broken dreams. Tired of the public things. Tired of the baby mama. Tired of the ghetto drama. Tired of the back and forth. Tired of in and out the courts. Tired of all the games and lies. Tired of phony alibis. Tired of praying that it works. Even tired of going to church. Tired of paying these bills. And I'm tired of keeping it real. Tired of crying. I'm keeping peace and time of fighting. Tired of letting go and holding on. Tired of feeling weak and being strong. So let me hear if you can. Gotta make some noise if you can. I'm growing up in the time. Wave your hands if you
for the team. Took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free. Free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity. I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I still live through technology. Oh,
What is going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Thursday evening. With all of my lives, let me tell you something. I was watching some of my older content a few days ago, and I'm just really proud of how far I've come. Not only in my edited work, which is a lot more lethal or a little bit more potent, but just growing in the growing in my awareness and being able to be in the present moment and still go with the flow. Okay, so with all of my lives that go with the flow, they're very sporadic, they're very spur the moment, or whenever I feel compelled or led to speak on something. I wanted to speak on this yesterday. Shout out to Adrian Expressions. I had watched his commentary on the whole Taraji P. Henson situation. Yet another black woman who is speaking about the unfair treatment that she is receiving from the industry in reference to paying me my worth. If I'm the one that y'all are calling all the time, if I'm the one that y'all know or y'all think of whenever to bring a character alive or to life, and how Taraji P. Henson, baby, cries in almost every damn thing she does, and as a person who is a aspiring actor, do you know how difficult it is to cry on cue? And how it takes so much it's very demanding emotionally to get into those roles, to the point to where even those who are very creative or are aware in their emotions, like Taraji, can end up being stuck in those roles, having to go to therapy and stuff to get out of them. So if I'm going to put my all into something that's going to entertain millions upon millions upon millions of people, I need to make sure that I am paid for what it is that I bring. And we've seen a lot of black actresses, and we gonna see 3 of them. I'm gonna use in this presentation, this live, that are all amazing, exceptional, just jaw-dropping performance. You know, if they're in this film 9 times out of 10, because they might have a few films where it's like, okay, girl, I don't know what the hell going on, but 9 times out of 10, you know, if you see their name, oh girl, this movie gonna be good. Oh bitch, this gonna be good. But they're not receiving that good that we're feeling on the front end. They're not getting that on the back end, and they're speaking about their experiences. And it's so funny that, again, whenever black women share their experiences, it's disregarded, it's pushed to the side. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And that's why I played that song in the beginning. We're in the age of Aquarius, or shall I say it's not even that. Don't you know when you go to the theater, and I use this analogy all the time. When you go to a theater and they have the coming attractions, girl, the lights are still on. The people inside the theater are vacuuming up and shit. We playing goddamn local ads now. So we haven't even really begun the whole age of Aquarius movie-going experience. And as a wise mystic said, girl, which is true, baby, we are scratching the tip. This is our attempt at scratching the tip of the iceberg. And that in the age of Aquarius, a lot of us about to go through a Titanic cross experience type of situation. And even in my description box below, Taraji had to love herself to be able to speak her truth. Because again, when you speak your truth, and even in one of the clips I'm going to use, someone says, which is true, with every action comes a reaction, even when you walk in your truth. Which means that you could lose everything by walking in your truth. But that's the point of walking in the truth. The old shit can't survive no more. The old shit not going to be able to stand anymore. The old shit ain't going to work. Like Kelly Price said, baby, I'm tired of pretending, girl, you just don't do it for me no more. But also with that truth, that objective truth, especially in the court of public opinion, it now raises eyebrows at other people in the industry. And as we see, the industry, the music industry, the movie industry, just the industry at large is being exposed. All these things that these people have talked about for so long is now coming to the forefront. Exactly. Mercury in retrograde is here and she's not playing games, baby, this is going to be a very feminine age. And not feminine in the way that a lot of people think. Feminine in reference to energy, emotion. It's going to be an emotional age. There's going to be a lot of healing. It's going to be a lot of growth. It's going to be a lot of evolution. It's going to be a lot of creating amalgamations of thinking that becomes universal. But before that can happen, there has to be death and destruction. Just like in the concept of death. Look how radical and transformational that is. You're going from one place to another, and none of us know for real until we experience it. But the person that we once was is no longer there. And even in the decomposition of the body, how those changes break down. Look at the season we're in now, the season of winter. Something is coming to an end so something else can begin. And for the longest time, there have been powers that be that stand in the way of people self-actualizing. How is it that Taraji and Angela Bassett and Viola Davis and Monique and all of these other black women who put their foot off in their work are not being paid the same amount as their white peers? But we're going to get into that. Exactly. Angela Bassett comes to mind as far as being a well-known, talented actress, but is constantly getting snubbed in award shows. That shit gonna change. That's why I'm saying when it comes to blackness, we are the salt of the earth. No shade. This is not no superiority shit, girl, because I don't believe in superiority, but I do believe in facts, girl. Black people got flavor and swag. It's innately in us. So black people, we're gonna have to find a way to take all the gifts and talents that we have in blackness and find a way to create awareness and affirmation in blackness. We're gonna have to make black shit hot. Not wait for the validation of white people to do it. We're gonna have to do it because again, they're the ones that want us to act and bring their projects to life. And there will always be somebody else in this in the industry who wants Taraji's part, who want Viola Davis's roles, who want Monique's role, who want all these powerful, beautiful Angela Bassett roles. They're waiting in the wings. But the ones that want that part so bad because of this industry, bitch, what are you gonna do for it? We gonna get deep off into this shit, okay? This is gonna be a very contextual and nuanced live. And I haven't been live in a few days, so I kind of want to give y'all something y'all can chew on for a minute, okay? And I'm low-key trying to hurry up because there's another panel that I'm going to listen to right after this, girl. Because if I think I know what the fuck it's going to be, girl, I'm going to be listening like, ooh, I might come back tonight. Depending on the live, if it goes a certain type of way. Because if I believe it to be the live where I think it's going to be interesting. But what we're going to do, well, before we do that, Lord, I know I keep forgetting to do this shit all of the time. Okay, hold on. My phone up. Let me pull up my disclaimer, y'all. I should have been had this. Here we go. Boom. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Let me go ahead and put my little fair use banner on. Okay? Because, baby, I'm not trying to get my channel struck a second time. Okay? All right, fam. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to listen, okay, to the interview that Taraji, along with another fellow castmate and the director, did to promote the Color Purple recent film adaptation musical, right? And they touched on a rumor of Taraji possibly thinking about leaving the film industry because she's not being paid or, you know what I'm saying, being paid what she deserves to be paid, especially with the accolades and how she works. Like, come on, y'all. But anyway, we're going to take a listen to that. Again, this is from SiriusXM. Their credentials are in the description box below. So if YouTube strike this shit, girl, we going to have a motherfucking problem, okay? I don't get paid for this shit. I'm not a YouTube partner as far as AdSense is concerned, and I don't get that many views on my channel as of yet. So please go on with y'all bullshit. This is not my shit, girl. I am taking other people's content through the Copyright Disclaimer Act, girl, and giving my commentary and transforming it through the Fair Use Doctrine, okay? Girl, I forgot. I'm gonna have to probably do this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. Okay, so with that being said, y'all, let's get into the actual audio. Wait for this thing to upload. Let me change my music. Do I want this one? Yeah, I like this one. You know, we gotta make it cinematic and stuff. Anyway, let's get into it.
Street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
Y'all gonna hear the lighter flick on to flick off, okay? Lighter check, okay? This is brought to you by Sunshine
I'm just
Kush.
tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
Notice that. The same
You
thing.
get tired.
Yep.
I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not, that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%.
That's right.
Okay? So do the math. Now we have 5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed.
Sometimes
not
more.
after what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So
You're tired.
I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Let's pause right there because we're gonna be doing a lot of pause. First of all, I appreciate Taraji breaking down the actual math part. Because again, from the people on the outside looking in, they're looking and thinking, well, you're making these millions of dollars. What do you mean? I mean, hell, we're still, well, y'all making more money than us. You should be grateful that you getting what you getting. I mean, people know who you are, but it's all this other shit they have to deal with too. Like, we get so caught up in the glitz, in the glam, and the acknowledgement and the affirmation of it all, but we seldom try to bring balance in reference to the dark shit that they deal with. And I just told y'all that Taraji can act her fucking ass off and has been acting her ass off ever since she first started. And the fact that when it comes down to white actors and actresses, they can look at their sheet as far as the accolades and the roles that they've done and the recognition that they've got with the Oscars and all these other different accolades, that should play in part to that too. So if I'm growing in my awareness, if I am somebody that y'all are considering out of everybody else, I feel like I should be paid enough to where I can also not just survive, but enjoy my damn life. I'm the one that got to do motherfucking 50 goddamn takes and try to cry my ass off in all of them just so y'all can get 5 to 7 minutes of that that emotional scene that changes your life. And then I gotta miss birthdays, I gotta miss Christmas, I gotta miss all type of shit with my family. So if I'm going to have to sacrifice, and this is a partnership, and I'm helping you to do something, I deserve something in return as well that satisfies me. And it's so funny that Taraji, even when she was playing Cookie Girl, she was low-key playing the role that a lot of black women unfortunately play in, as far as they the ones that really be putting in the motherfucking work and don't get half of the recognition. And then we have men who talk about, oh, well, you know, we're in the pride of lions, a lion pride. Yeah, look at what lion prides do. The males of the pride don't do shit but sit the fuck down, be lazy, and fuck and defend their territory, while the lionesses go out and get the food, while the lionesses go out and do the motherfucking shit that needs to be done, while the lionesses render the children. Look at y'all, some of y'all comments, because we're going to get into this shit tonight. I love Taraji and use her hair products. She's amazing. And she definitely connected the dots, dodging to what Monique was saying as well, too. And I'm glad you said it, because we going to string it. I'm glad the spirit is working, girl. I said, universe, guide me. And look what happened. We on the same page. Y'all following the flow. This is affirmation. But even she said it. A lot of black women also have to learn to become business women, because again, there's always another actress that's going to come up that can take your place, because this is the system. You're just being used and pimped, which is why a lot of other black women and black people have to think outside the bushes. Outside the bushes, girl. I'm looking at the comment. Come on in, out the bushes. I'm sorry, but think outside the bushes and the box. Okay, think out both of those things. To where now they have to have hair products and all this other type of stuff to supplement their income. For years, black women and black entertainers have been underpaid. We have Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg that managed to have the ego, but after them, it's been quiet. Okay. You would not believe how much Terrence, Elise Ross, and Anthony Anderson made on an episode of Blackish compared to their white peers. Gabrielle Union, Viola Davis, and also among those women who have called out unequal fair pay for black women. Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC even broke it down in regards to the music industry. Billy Porter even spoke about making, 6 cents on polls? Wow, this is a lot. Anyway, let's continue with Taraji's sharing of her experience.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me?
Oh.
Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize.
That's where I am in my life right now. If I can't do it for the motherfuckers coming out, what the fuck am I doing? And thank you, Ryan, for saying the ego. Emmy, Golden Globes, Oscar, and okay, thank you. Thank you so much. What's up, Deshaun? I feel the pain for her. She is not getting what she wants. And we're going to talk about that. Because even though she is going through this stuff, I also want to remind black women that if you continue to stand true to what the fuck you walking in, your truth, you can win, girl. Because at the end of the motherfucking day, girl, at the end of it, Monique won. And we're going to get to that in a minute, because I got her ass in this too. But here it is, an actress who, this is what she loves to do. This is her gift, and her calling in the industry is literally pimping her of her gift to where she don't even really want to operate in her gift in reference to the industry. And if you pay attention to what was going on with the whole demands with the SAG and stuff like that, especially with AI, and how they don't even need your motherfucking ass in the building, girl. If they can get a recording of your face and your voice, girl, we can make you do some shit that you ain't even do. So you're taking someone's own intellectual property, which is their fucking face, and make him like, come on. But the reason why it seemed like things aren't going to change from the industry standpoint is because there will always be somebody who will be the next Taraji. There is always somebody who is going to be the up-and-coming Angela Bassett, the up-and-coming Viola Davis, the up-and-coming Gabrielle Union, the up-and-coming Tracy Ellis Ross. And literally destroying people's dreams. And that is a racist thing, because people believe that racism isn't dead. No, the overt racism is not dead. It's literally trying to come the fuck back. It's trying to resuscitate itself. It's just become more hidden now. I.e., with this example of Taraji being an exceptionally amazing black actress, Viola being an amazingly exceptional black actress, Monique, all these people, all these black entertainers who are amazing at what they do, and they're not being compensated properly. And this is something historic. And it seemed like the only time that change is going to happen from the industry standpoint is when they also get to benefit from it. And that is not reconciliation. That's pimping. And in the age of Aquarius, that's why that industry is falling fast as fuck right now. Because even though you may escape your own karma during this lifetime, bitch, girl, karma is like Erykah Badu, bitch. Not I guess, but I'll see that ass next lifetime. You gonna wish you was a motherfucking butterfly when your lifetime of accountability manifests. Let's continue.
Don't apologize. I think it's an important message for people to hear, because we see the lights, camera, action.
That part.
And then
And
they
it's
tell
so
me we
glamorous,
don't
yes.
translate overseas.
That part.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the
20
game,
plus.
and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They
all of a
play in
sudden.
your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough.
And that's what our ancestors, and even to, that's what our ancestors have been through, and even to today we're being told that. Oh, you have opportunities. You're not enslaved anymore. But even when we try to rise, there is a cap on how far we can fucking rise as a people. Because again, it's little black girls that's looking up to Taraji. It's little black girls that's looking up to Viola and Monique, who are saying, I want to be like them one day. And the next generation has the right, bitch, to be better than the previous generation, which means they're supposed to ascend to higher heights. And now that can't even happen. And at this point, I'm starting to believe that a lot of people are not ignorant because they don't know. They're making the choice to be fucking ignorant, because you have people who are living these experiences 20 plus motherfucking years, and all of these people say the same thing. And trust me, there are a few that are saying it publicly, but the majority of them hoes are saying the exact same thing in private. We gonna get into this motherfucking live, bitch. And what motherfuckers don't understand is that when all this information comes out and y'all don't want to deal with it because it's too much, what you resist is going to persist. See, the truth sets you free. It's the lie that keeps your ass constricted. So for the individuals who are using their money and their power and their privilege to control the lives of others, I want y'all to understand that, baby, karma gonna come through and fuck y'all so good, baby, it's gonna suffer a fucking nut heart attack. Shout out to this clip by Lord Jesus, on tip of my tongue, girl, this week so good I forgot his name, Lord. God trying to stop me from saying what I want to say, girl, because if I did not stutter, baby, I would probably have a target on my back right now. But shout out to this clip from Bernie Mac.
We serving one purpose. That's a nut. That bastard ain't nothing but 3.5, 4 motherfucking seconds. A nut ain't shit. Think about it. You bust your ass off for a 4.5 second nut. You gotta be a sick motherfucker. Motherfucker bust your heart wide open. It couldn't be no 15-second nut. It'd be some drop dead motherfuckers around here, man. Can you imagine a 20-second nut? Just, ooh, ah, 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 ah. You be a falling out motherfucker.
I say that and put that up to say this. For the individual that's playing these whole stroke games with people's lives, girl, I want you to know that karma is about to drop dead on you motherfuckers, girl. Karma about to give y'all the motherfucking 25-second nut that y'all so desperately want, girl, to transition y'all ass on the glory, girl, so that truth can ring through this bitch. And that's why I say all the time, girl, it don't matter, girl. This gonna trigger some of y'all. How I'ma say this? Fuck it. In the narrative of the Bible, even if Jesus was not exempt from death, what makes you hoes think that you're not exempt from death? Or the end of something? And like I said, those things that feel like they're impenetrable, those institutions that feel like that they can't be challenged because God is on their side, baby, we gonna see how much of God is on your side when y'all have y'all cross experience, when y'all have y'all hell experience, and the money and the power and the privilege and the titles and the accolades and all that shit is not going to save you.
That's why I have other things. I have my TPH brand. I have my mental wellness. I have other things because this industry, if you let it, it'll steal your soul. But I refuse to let that happen.
Yes. There's a song in there about life can never break your soul. It's a quote from one of the songs that Hallie sings in the movie. It seems like this is the right time for people to hear something like this, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was deliberate, wasn't it, Blitz?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, everything you did in this movie was deliberate.
Wow. And I mean,
Now, before the director speaks, I know he's probably put in a certain type of situation because, again, when people are in Hollywood, they're trying to grow. They're trying to get to a certain status in which they feel secure. But I don't think that nobody's having conversations with them on how to deal with hypervisibility and awareness, because we have people who are A-list celebrities, B-list celebrities, girl, S+ rank celebrities, girl, who would do anything to get their old life back. To be able to walk up and down the street without a motherfucking invading their business. To be able to go out and eat without a motherfucking fucking up their dinner or they shit. And even the demands that these people get from other people in their family, friends around them, all this type of stuff. People who will create exposés on you just to get money because now you're a cash cow. It's a lot of shit. But see, it's okay because the way that society is now, the line between celebrity and everyday person is being blurred. So a lot of people who were, I was once a regular everyday nigga who now becomes an instant celebrity overnight is going to have to deal with being pimped, deal with being secluded from those in your life who care about you, who are going to be able to keep you balanced and loved and whole. And now you're subjecting yourself to a bunch of people who are like bloodthirsty sharks who have noticed your drop of blood in the lake or in the ocean or in the river or wherever the fuck these sharks gonna be, bitch. Baby shark, do. So he's trying to make it, but at the same time, it's going to have to take courage, meaning that for the people who are trying to become something in life, they're going to have to love themselves so much that they'll be willing to sacrifice certain things for the betterment of everybody else. Just like how our ancestors did for us, our elders did for us. But let's listen to his explanation of, the film and just tying in Taraji's venting of the frustration she deals with, and not only her, but other black women and black entertainers at large, unfortunately, have to deal with in the industry.
Hearing that is,
Yes, and
we have to
here-
take that in for a minute.
I have
we really
to.
do.
I
don't
have
want to
to.
gloss over that.
I mean, you know, and T, just so you know, calling you was giving you your flowers. I just want you to know that. You know,
Yeah, but I want my flowers with goddamn
we've talked about this
commas
before.
in that bitch. Can I get that
We've
too?
talked about the challenges. And for me, you, Fantasia, Danielle, knowing how hard they fought to not have you all here, and knowing how hard we had to fight to ensure that, is what you just said right now rings so true. And we have to be brave, y'all. We have to be brave. And, you know, I'm sure there are filmmakers here or listening to this podcast. You have to go with your heart. And
You had to fight for this cast. You had to
every
fight for this.
single one of them. And
What was the fight for you? What was the
Well,
what
the
was the
f-
pushback?
Well, first of all, it's exactly what you're saying, T, which is that, especially for black women, and I'm going to be very specific, it was like you were never here. And the fact that each one of you, every single one of you, had to audition for this role, roles that was second nature to you,
Second nature, yes.
roles that no one should even question. Just the minute the name comes up, the question is, how much? How much do you have?
Yes.
I learned something very important here, that especially, it's not enough just to come in and be a director. You have to come in, be a therapist,
This part, yes.
be a friend, be a brother,
Yeah.
be a champion, understand that we have to break cycles, understand that what happens here is going to be it's going to be an example. And every time that I look now, and I've seen this movie now, I don't know how many times,
Yes.
because I have to sit through it all every time.
Do you sit through it and watch it from beginning to end?
As often as I can.
Because do you want to hear the audience reaction?
That, but also, I've run into people who are like, "Oh, I've seen this movie 3 times already." First of all, I'm going, "How?" Because, seriously, because we just started.
not out yet.
And that's what I told you when I run into you today. Is
Motherfucking Cody.
knowing how much the original, how many times the rewatch value.
Yes.
I've been so moved knowing how much people are, how many times over. That's the real gift. The real gift is that this is going to keep giving. And the work that you guys have done in this film is going to inspire way beyond what we can see.
Amen. Yeah.
Right? And that, for me, ultimately, there's no reward they can ever give us for that. Knowing what
Complimented though, shit.
the healing power that exists in this work. Because we all came in harmony to do that healing work. I mean, most times rehearsals were therapy. We'll literally read a few lines, talk about the scene, and then we break into family. And I know this person likes it. My own uncle is like, my own father is like, my mother went through this. And before you knew it, we had built this real bond. And so I say this to
And that
say,
bond came very quickly.
very quickly.
Yes.
But I also
Saw it.
say this: you've got to choose right. You know, if you're a director, it's a huge responsibility because you're going to be the one with them every day. No one should tell you who to pick for this work. It is sacred work. Again, going back to that.
Yes.
And if our collective faith, I say this all the time, your faith in me, my faith in you, is how this movie comes together. There's no amount of paying a superstar to come play Suge
Yes.
will give this performance. This is you believing, right? And so I say that to say, I hope the work we did breaks those terrible and discriminatory ways. They get to see that we did it our way and we won. And I think, you know, you were saying something earlier, Danielle, about just seeing it, you know, being 15 and seeing it as possible. And I think that, I hope that a director will see us. And I have to be also very honest, watching Ryan Coogler do a similar thing.
Yes.
Picking people he loved
Ryan,
and
yes,
trusted.
yes.
Right? And I watched the love and camaraderie that they had during those press runs for The Color Purple. And I said, thank God I can see that. And so and
Black Panther.
For
We
Black
were-
Panther.
Black
Yeah,
Panther,
we-
sorry,
yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Panther. And I remember saying, this is what I want for myself. When my time comes, I want
I want
people I
that.
love who love me.
Yes.
Right? And hopefully now somebody now has two. They can go
Yes.
Black Panther and The Color Purple. Oh, I remember that Color Purple press run.
Yes.
It was a thing.
Yes.
And that's what I want.
It is a thing, though.
And
It
that's
really
what I
is.
want.
It is a
And I
thing.
think that's what this is all about, is just being exemplar.
That's
and
right.
having something that somebody can look at and go, wow, that's something to aspire to.
Yes.
That's right.
Now, I appreciate that response from him, and that's true. The fact that these actors, especially in context with The Color Purple, is a very emotional film. Like, the first one was very emotional. It is a staple within the black community with that film, just how raw and visceral it was. I have not seen the most recent one yet. I will, most definitely. But from what he is saying is that, first, again, to his point, when you have certain people who are going to bring this character to life and you trust them with that, you should be able to get to a point where it's like, okay, I really want this person in this film so much because I know that they can bring this character to life. And if you are respectful and you care about them, you should be able to say, okay, how much does Taraji want? Let's work something out. Something that's beneficial for both parties so that she can come in this motherfucker inspired and happy. Girl, I'm about to get this nice amount of money, girl, and I'm about to do what I love. It's the icing on top. And it says, according to the Bible and the scriptures, it reads that your gifts will make way for you. Not only that, during the process of rehearsals, these people also are going through their own ego deaths, who are also having inner revelations within their own lives, who, again, just like he stated, we'll sit here and we'll talk and we'll go through the a few of the lines or a page or so, and all of a sudden now we sit here talking about family and healing and awareness and all this other type of stuff, which when the time does come for the director to scream or yell action, that we can see what it looks like to go through the process of healing, the ugly process of healing, which is very painful, and for that to be documented and cemented in that character and that performance, that when it went to theaters, girl, people said, girl, I had saw this shit 3 times in the span of 2 days, bitch. Don't ask me how I did it. One of them I had to kind of fucking sneak in and pretend. Shit, I had to watch it at home, girl, off of a goddamn jailbroken motherfucking Fire Stick, okay? And again, when you are an actor that is able to control their emotions and to tap into certain frequencies to exemplify those emotions, that can also be dangerous to actors. For example, look at Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, I forgot which role it was, he had to go to therapy because he was so dedicated and committed to the part that it became his new reality. You have people who are method actors who go to such extremes to literally put themselves in the shoes of characters. I forgot the name of the dude who played in the Netflix adaptation of the Dahmer story and American Horror Story, but he got tired. He was playing evil people so much he had to go to therapy. It showed up and bled over into his actual personal life. So again, actors are opening themselves up emotionally to tap into certain frequencies to become a certain character. So if they're doing that and that's very demanding, I need to be paid for my time, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these entertainers who are creators don't have the opportunity to really sleep. We're living in a culture now where it's get up and go and go and go and grind and grind and grind and grind. If you sleep, you're gonna miss something. But when you really know who you are, you understand that what God, source, universe, consciousness has for you is going to be for you, and that nobody can tear you asunder from that bitch except you, to where you start appreciating rest. And if I'm not going to be able to sleep, there needs to be something in place to compensate me for not getting rest, that I also walk away from the situation satisfied as well. And yes, I'm grateful that in the midst of adversity, in the midst of systemic racism, in the midst of, oh girl, for white people, we can come up with all the money in the world, but for y'all niggas, we just don't have it. I'm sorry. But that's the one thing about black people that is so amazing. In the midst, despite it, we always survive. But there also needs to be something that affirms our survival outside of us. There needs to be a reaping of the harvest that was planted. Which is why if we were in a perfect world, we could find a way for blackness collectively or at large, because there's always going to be niggas who going to always stand in line. Thank you, Taraji. You moved out the way. Now I can get the road. That's fine, girl. You want to be pimped by these hoes? Go right ahead, girl. But if a lot of black entertainers collectively were to say, you know what, girl, fuck the industry. Fuck y'all award shows. Fuck y'all production companies. Fuck all that. And I ain't talking about just black entertainers. If black people who are hairdressers, goddamn costume creators, bitch, the individuals that deal with tech and sound and lighting, talent scouts, if all those motherfuckers who are black said collectively, fuck that, we're going to create our own shit, that's when real change would happen. Which is why for me, I be thinking like all these celebrities who are black, all of these multimillionaires who are black, why don't they come together, take certain percentages of their earnings, of their net worth, girl, and create the fucking solution to the ongoing problem that generations unfortunately have to continue to experience. And we see it, and we know it, and they see it, and they know it, and they still don't give a fuck. If we continue to do the same thing in a reference to, I'm gonna show you, you know how you show them? You show them by showing yourself. There needs to be more black independent film companies that can stand toe to toe with MGM. Even in the realm of sports, and I'm not into sports because I'm kind of gay in that way, girl, no shade. I guess the stereotype of gay in sport, baby, and I don't be looking at the niggas, because I be looking at the male cheerleaders. Fuck the goddamn niggas on the field, girl, fuck that. I'm looking at the male cheerleader, because that's the one that's flexible and shit. He can do all type of shit, okay? But even in the realm of sports, with Ice Cube, with his inception, I don't know if it's basketball or football, but his inception, to the point to where the people who are supporting him, the people who are part of the NBA or the NFL or whatever the case may be, as far as the overhead of it, was like, if you support Ice Cube, we're gonna pull all of our fucking endorsements. What? So even though The Color Purple is a film success, even though Color Purple is going to provide some sort of healing, because girl, you have amazing black actresses, storytellers, whether it's through acting or through singing, because Fantasia, baby, can sing ABC, and I will catch the Holy Spirit in this bitch, okay? Can be feeling like I'm on a perk 30 in this bitch, okay? Even though that film is going to heal blackness in a spiritual way, as far as the money part, that shit needs to change. And we have the power to change it by simply not giving them the power anymore. Does that mean it's going to take a pay cut? Hell yeah. Does that mean we might be seeing y'all on Tubi and YouTube for a little while, girl? Yeah. And God willing, the shit that I'm working on within myself off of YouTube, I am declaring to the universe that I am going to be one of the people. I'm not trying to be the person. I'm not trying to be the pillar of all that stuff, but I just want to be one of the ones who help to change the narrative by using film and music and media. To help create the gray area for people to be their better selves or their best selves. And the fact that Taraji and all these amazing black actresses have come out publicly and have stated that they are being paid unfairly, girl, even though they're the one that's crying 7 times, bitch, in a span of fucking 30 minutes because we got to get all these different takes and shit. They're the ones that got to miss graduation, miss birthdays, miss all type of family events because they got to provide for the motherfucking family. Gotta sit up here and deal with motherfucking sexual harassment and motherfuckers trying to do crazy shit on you and people trying to talk to you because they're not trying to really fuck with you. They're trying to get the scoop from your ass so they can expose you and they can get some fucking clout. It's a lot of shit you gotta deal with. And if I'm going to deal with all of this bullshit that seems that is never gonna change and it's gonna always be the same, okay, bitch, well, I'ma change how the fuck y'all niggas deal with me and what I receive from this bullshit. Which means if you want my ass over there crying my goddamn soul out, bitch, there needs to be a few commas in my check. And if you can find another bitch that can do it just as good as me for less, God bless that hoe. But I'm talking about me. But Taraji's not the only one, okay? The next clip we're going to listen to is from Miss Viola Davis, who they have nicknamed her the Black Meryl Streep. Baby, you know your ass is acting, girl, when you crying and you snotting at the nose at the same time, bitch. You have to be tapped in some sort of sad-ass frequency, girl, to cry and snot running out your nose at the same time, running on your lip, afraid to get in your mouth, girl, and you don't give a fuck, girl. You acting your ass off. Snot rockets every damn where, girl, after they say cut. And I'm tired of y'all putting Viola in these damn roles where she acting like a bitch and she acting mad and shit. Can we get some movies of Viola Davis motherfucking getting dick down, girl, and having her ass run through a meadow of sunflowers, girl, thanking God for her pussy? Can we have that too? But anyway, this is Viola Davis speaking about her experience about being a primetime black actress who still has to eat the hog maws and the pig feet and the chitlins and shit.
Gender inequality of pay. Because a lot of the women who've stepped forward, and I stand in solidarity with them, okay? What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid, well, we get probably a tenth of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number 1 on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. That's what I feel like I'm doing. When I demand what I feel, listen, I have more than a 30-year professional career. I had a friend who said, yeah, but Viola, your career is better than my career. I said, yeah, but you can't compare me to you. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me. And yet, I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. And yet, I have to constantly get on that phone, and I have fabulous agents, by the way. They are getting it. But I have to get on that phone, and people say, you're a black Meryl Streep. You are, and we love you. We love you. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that? You pay me what I'm worth. You give me what I'm worth. And even in terms of roles, because when I delve into a role, I want something complicated too. I do. Just like building the most unbelievable structure, a sculptor wants to build the most unbelievable building. That's how I feel, that's what I do as a human being. as an artist. I want to build the most complicated human being. But what I get is the third girl from the left.
Wow. Wow. She literally stated that she went down the exact same path because, you know, we're told, you know, you have opportunities now. You know, you don't have to stay stuck. You have choices. You know, it's all about the choices you make. And she has made all of those choices. And if we could probably sit down, if I was able to sit down with Viola and she was able to smoke a joint, I would want to ask her, like, girl, what? You've had 30 plus years. Okay, Taraji had 20 plus. Now we're growing up in as far as the years of experience, because the more years of experience, especially when you're building your repertoire and your resume, it should be like, okay, girl, the money should be coming in. I mean, that's what we see with white actors. Girl, motherfuckers say Brad Pitt, girl, there's going to be a profit margin that he's going to demand. And he going to get it because he's Brad Pitt. Tom Cruise asked for something, he's going to get it because he's Tom Cruise. So again, it's the name and the years and the awards and all these things. And Viola has all that type of stuff. So you would think that because she is again, at the top of the call sheet, especially with black actors, oh my God, she's at the top. Meanwhile, girl, when it comes down for me to reap the rewards and efforts of what I've put in, what I've sown, girl, I'm looking up and expecting the floodgates of heaven to rain down on me, but y'all niggas pissing on me and telling me that it's rain. And we think, especially on the outside, oh, girl, shut the fuck up. You had your girl. You was a lead character on How to Get Away with Murder. You in Marvel movies and shit. You know, you cashing them Marvel checks. You doing all this other type of shit and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, girl. You should be glad, girl. Every time I look on there, I know motherfuckers in the neighborhood that want to be your ass right now. Hell yeah, girl. And I want them to know that, girl, if they want to be like me, girl, make sure you get your money too. But y'all don't want to hear about that. And those be the same motherfuckers that be okay with the system pimping their kids, girl, because they gonna get some money for it. Or this is the chance for my child to be a household name. Meanwhile, the bank account is still in the same zip code that when y'all first started. And unfortunately for a lot of the children and a lot of the people in the industry that we are now seeing, they got a name too around the shit, girl. Who can deep throat this dick the most without gagging, girl? Who can bend over and take the dick like a champ, girl, for this role, the casting couch, girl? And lastly, despite the fact, right, that there is still a fight going on, there is one woman, and I give her honor in this bitch. There is one woman, as y'all can see on the screen, girl, that if you stand on principle, or in the words of T.I. and Tiny's goddamn Muppet Baby Bop, or whatever the name of that yellow dinosaur is from goddamn Barney, girl, looking ass, said, girl, stand on business. Once you stand in your truth and you know that you are motherfucking right, you know that you doing what you need to do, you know your worth, and in the midst of that, the powers that be looking at you like, bitch, how dare you talk to me like that? How dare you tell me no? Do you know who I am, bitch? Do you know the power that I have, bitch? I have the power to make or break your career, bitch. I have the power. All I gotta do is make one motherfucking phone call, girl, and blackball your ass from the industry, girl. Monique said, okay, bitch, well, guess what, girl? I'm going to call the main number. Shout out to Mama Scorpion. May she rest in power, of the most heavenly father, the melanated Cantu, hair dread smelling God, girl. Because, girl, when I call God, he say yes and all you hoes say no, girl. And as it says on the screen, girl, she stood on her shit, challenged the system, and Monique won her lawsuit, got her apologies, and got her stand-up special. Sometimes everyone else is wrong, especially when you proving the facts. Monique is a trailblazer when it comes to justice in reference to you getting paid what the fuck you deserve. And they don't want to see that because it inspires people who are on the ground level like us, who are literally getting pimped by 9-to-5s. Gotta work 3 or 4 or 5 of the motherfuckers just to make ends meet. And you wonder why people going to work postal. You wonder why people come home and kill their whole family. You wonder why people be like, girl, fuck all this shit. I'm about to trap. I'm about to sell dope. I'm about to sell perks. I'm about to sell Molly. I'm about to do all this trap, gang, clashing ass shit, girl. The cheat code my way. I'm about to GTA in real life, bitch, to get this money. That if there is correction and there's accountability at the head, that the body will follow. And if the body follows, oh my fucking God, the game is over. This woman is a legend to me. This woman is iconic to me. The first time I was introduced to her is the same way a lot of y'all was introduced to her girl, was The Parkers. The Parkers is one of my favorite shows, bitch. Roll the hell up and be laughing my ass off. When I first heard Monique in her comedy special with the Queens of Comedy, girl, and I heard the way she talked, I said, bitch, not Miss Nikki Parker talking like this, but she had me dying so much that I almost pissed on myself. That's how funny Monique is. And to see her get her Oscar, for her to get her accolades, and her being I think the second most decorated comedian, because we're going to read a news article that's like 7 minutes long that said that Jordan Peele is actually the most decorated comedian. But on top of that, she's number 2, and all these other comedians, Dave Chappelle, all them, girl, she's more decorated than them. And again, like Viola Davis said, girl, y'all calling me the black Meryl Streep, girl, then why is my check not getting paid like the white Meryl Streep, girl? But we're going to listen to a clip years ago because, again, her ass won, bitch. So it's letting you hoes know that, girl, at the end of the day, you can still win if you want, bitch. You just got to put in the work to want to win. Okay? And this clip was very telling because, again, this clip we're going to listen to is going to highlight how there are people who are in the industry who are doing very well right now, who are black, who understand the pay gap and understand how racism is still a part of the situation, which on why black actors and actresses and entertainers are not getting paid the money they deserve. To tell Monique to be quiet and you doing it wrong, and how you doing it gonna fuck it up for the rest of us, girl. So the clip we're going to listen to is, of course, one of our fellow bald-head brothers in Christ, girl, Steve Harvey show, with this chewed-on mustache and these Steve Harvey turbos in his mouth as far as teeth, girl. Again, all the links are in the description box below. We're going to listen to Monique and Steve have a real honest, transparent conversation that was started off in a private, off-the-air type of way where there was more truth, but then when the red light is on and it's time to be Steve, girl, you saying something else. And they just had that conversation openly. And I appreciate that. But it also is very telling on how everybody in the industry who was black knows that there is some racist shit going on in reference to the affirmation and the contributions of black people and what black people deserve, and to just say, shh, be quiet, because you don't want to angry, or you don't want to angry girl. You don't want to anger. Shout out to my Cartwellian girl. You don't want to anger the industry monster, because all your shit will be gone. And Monique said, bitch, all the fake shit is gone. I got the real shit, bitch, because I won. I got all the shit I wanted. And I'm still winning. The fuck? And I called out big industry ass persons. I didn't end up dead. I didn't end up in a trash can somewhere. I didn't end up with this narrative being put on me that I was depressed and I took my own self out because I couldn't deal with being blacklisted. I was able to stand up to the mom. But see, she stood up to the black gatekeepers. I wonder how the situation would have been if she would have stood up against the white ones. Because even though you are a black gatekeeper, don't forget who you are, nigga. But anyway, let's listen to the clip. The very candid conversation between Monique and Steve Turbo Harvey.
Man, I'm telling you,
Baby, he be saying it like I'm a problem.
oh, you have been a problem.
Well, Steve, okay.
What was it? Let's go.
Let's go.
You started getting labeled as difficult.
Yes.
Why do you believe that happened, and do you see that changing, and why?
I got labeled as difficult, my husband and I, and my husband is Sydney, who happens to be my manager. We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels. And I said no to Lionsgate. And the difficulty came in when people that look like me, like Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniels, and I gotta put my brother Steve on the list. Y'all knew I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burnt too many bridges and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I was?
Simone.
Now, before he get in, girl, because we gonna put a pin in that. This is the age, and even I'm learning this in my own life. Again, ain't nobody exempt. Well, we gonna see who real and who not when it comes to this whole accountability and awareness situation. How the fuck are we gonna have a conversation behind the scenes where you can see how objectively and explicitly wrong this situation is, how I am in the fucking right, that even the people who are the gatekeepers were able to talk to me in private and tell me that I'm right. Meanwhile, it's kind of like, bitch, I'm a prized boxer, a prized fighter, girl. And I'm having the biggest fight of my life against this person just for motherfuckers to approach me and say, hey, we'll pay you this much to lose the fight. No, bitch, this is my dream. This is my goddamn fantasy, girl. I'm about to go out here and whoop this motherfucker ass, girl. Y'all know I'm good, but y'all don't want me to be good. Because if I was to do that, it could possibly, me dropping the pebble of truth can ripple over into y'all shit. When you know how much that black people have to work as far as times harder, and especially black women, how much harder they have to fucking work, and they're not getting what they deserve. That's the fake shit. You say this shit behind closed doors, but in public, it's a whole different spiel. But let's listen to Steve Harvey try to justify why.
Now let me give you this. Because you and I had this conversation, I thought you went about it wrong. See, I felt that you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it.
Tell me how I went about it.
I was cool with you with your deal with Netflix. I was cool with you. The two problems that we had, number one, the boycott of Netflix.
Yes.
We never gave people a point of action. Okay, if we're gonna boycott, are we gonna not get subscriptions? Are we gonna turn it off? Are we gonna go down there and get signs? The second point.
Okay, so if you are cool with the Netflix thing and y'all had the conversation, why didn't you talk to her about that, then have her on the show to explain ways on how we can do this, to brainstorm in the present moment? You could have done that, especially if you see that this is going in a very dangerous and haphazard-ass type of way. Why did you not sit up there and try to also be the solution as well? Okay, Monique, you want the thing or whatever. I want you to come on the show, sis. Like, okay, I want you to tell us, like, what do you think we should do to boycott Netflix? Like, what does that mean to you? Use your platform to do that. You didn't. But anyway, continue.
What was coming to me was, this problem that you had in Netflix is rich people problems. Because they looking at us going, you talking about you didn't get millions. Well, you got this, you ought to be cool.
But when you say, Mo, it's the way you went about it. And I want to explain that, and I thank you for saying that. Inequality is devastating, and it's extreme. And when people said, Monique, do you think calling a boycott was extreme? You damn right. But isn't inequality extreme? So we've got to get to a place where we're unafraid to say it out loud.
Okay.
What I would have loved, what I would have appreciated from my brother was had you picked up the phone before you went on the air and said, Monique, you've burned too many bridges and there's nothing I can do. See, I would have appreciated had my brother called me up and said, baby, let's talk. Because you doing that was a part of me being difficult.
But not before that, though.
Yes, baby.
Remember the moment on stage?
Oh, yes.
See, now that
right was a
there.
wonderful.
Okay, so I guess we just gonna trail over the Netflix situation because that could have been a moment to do that. You know what I'm saying? And again, we having private conversations on the back end. Why are we not having that real ass conversation on the back end for real like that? Again, if you see that I'm doing something in a haphazard type of way, why not offer assistance or give me a different perspective to be like, okay, Monique, look at it this way. Behind closed doors, but he didn't do that. Now, behind closed doors, you can agree the fact that it's some racist shit going on and people ain't getting paid, which Steve Harvey is going to tell the truth, unfortunately, the harsh truth and reality of why. But now we're transitioning from this Netflix situation to Monique telling Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler Perry to, if she had a dick, that she would have a big old fat veiny 11-inch motherfucking 3 diameter with fucking cock, girl. And tell y'all to motherfucking slob on the knob like corn on the cob. Come slob, bob, and nut rob, bitch. And again, how dare you say that to those powerful people who have the power to destroy your career? You just committed career suicide. So let's listen.
Moments.
No, it wasn't.
Oh
Monique.
my goodness.
No, it wasn't.
That was one of those moments.
See, no, it wasn't.
That Richard Pryor whispered in my ear and said, say it. You say it.
Richard
because
Pryor did not
I'ma tell
tell you
something.
to say that
Yes,
with
he
your
did.
crazy ass.
Oh,
Like he did,
baby. Yes,
girl.
he did. Yes, he did.
And low-key, Steve, Bernie Mac probably got in her ear and said the shit too, nigga. Because if I'm not mistaken, don't you and Bernie Mac got some shit going on, bruh? May he rest in power. How Bernie Mac was growing in his popularity, girl. That the nigga low-key is more funnier than your ass, girl. No shade, girl. When I watch The King as a Comedy, girl, I'm watching it for Bernie. Girl, D.L. Hughley is the goddamn smoke break, long-ass 30-minute, 45-minute ass lunch break, girl. Such an entertainer, he funny. Steve, girl, some of your shit is kind of funny, but not like Bernie Mac, girl. So I gotta believe it was Bernie Mac in that ear talking about, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Y'all ever had a 60-second nut? Bitch, as a matter of fact, Bernie Mac, come through again with your funny ass. Real motherfucking quick for the one time. Hold on.
We serving one purpose. That's a nut. That bastard ain't number 3.5, 4 motherfucking seconds. A nut ain't shit. Think about it. You bust your ass off for a 4.5-second nut. You gotta be a sick motherfucker. Motherfucker bust your hard wide open. It couldn't be no 15-second nut. It be some drop dead motherfuckers around here, man. Can you imagine a 20-second nut? Just, ooh, ah, ah, oh, 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 you be a falling out motherfucker.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I do not regret, as I said on the Steve Harvey show, I do not regret one moment of that night on that stage.
No, in case you don't know, Mo told Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey,
Tell him.
and Lee Daniels to suck her private parts.
Not my private parts.
Well, you said if I had one, I want them three to suck my private parts.
Yeah.
It wasn't private parts on stage. So now, then I went.
And what's wrong with them sucking dicks, especially from what we hearing allegedly that they like to get their dick sucked from other people? I mean, isn't that what Christian Keys is alleging? Isn't what a lot of men have alleged about some of these people, girl, that they also got to suck the tip in order to the casting count? So now that we're turning this into a 69, now I'm telling you that I want you to suck my dick, bitch. Now that I want to get some out of this shit, girl. Now it's an issue and a problem. So when they got motherfucking sucking dick on the low for parts in houses and all type of bullshit, it's okay. But when I tell motherfuckers to suck my imaginary dick, if I had one, on stage in a comedy thing, it's a issue. It's an issue, girl. Hold on, bitch. It's an issue. It's an issue. She won her lawsuit, got her apologies, and her stand-up comedy special. But girl, and again, this is years ago. She just recently, within the past year or so, was able to secure all these wins.
I quit breathing. I quit breathing for you.
I didn't.
What happened to you, Mo, was when you made that statement, the narrative got flipped. It wasn't about Netflix no more. It wasn't about Netflix no more. The attention was all off of where we needed to go. Huh?
That was before Netflix.
So good. So now when you bring up Netflix, it don't get no win, but you done just said this to these three people. And these three people, not because they're powerful, but because of who they've come. And what happens is, I told you, we can't cure darkness with more darkness.
Girl, a negative times a negative is what, class? So you want me to allow you to uppercut me, roundhouse kick me, Bruce Lee cross kick me, hit me in my trachea, girl, kick me in my balls, stab on my fucking pinky toe, bitch, and pull one of my damn locks out of my damn hair, girl, and stick your pinky in my ass, girl, and I'm supposed to just sit there and allow it? Hell no. It's gonna be mortal motherfucking combat. When it comes down to the realm of self-defense, girl, there is no boundaries, bitch. It's boundaryless, girl. The sky is not even the limit, girl. We in the outer space with this shit when it comes to self-defense. So when you're sitting up here and you're playing with my livelihood, and to give context to the whole situation on why she said that to Lee Daniels and to Oprah and Tyler Perry, is again the issue with money that Steve Harvey's going to bring up. He even said it in the clip earlier. Well, another reason niggas seem like these are rich people things. Okay, so we understand the money game. We talking the money game now. So even though Monique did Precious, which was a small ass project that ended up getting international success and as well as national success, and kind of jump started Lee Daniels' directorial career, as well as catapulting Monique into the stratosphere of being a Oscar award winning. It's one thing to be nominated, but to actually win the award, girl, she got that. And when it comes down to the system, girl, it's about what the fuck they want. It's not a true, genuine partnership. It's the bitch, I'm going to give you this shit and fuck you on the back end. So after the film was done and these scheduled press releases were done, now all of a sudden, here come these extra days that were not in the contract, girl. And Monique even stated that when she was doing the Parkers, she missed out on some of her children's life at that time. And she did not want to make that same choice, if possible, with her children that she had at that time recently gave birth to. Or that she was trying to nurture that relationship with their child, because their older siblings didn't have that privilege. They got it now, but not at that age, because she was, again, hustling. Like Viola Davis said, I'm hustling. Taraji, I'm hustling. All these black women who are amazing, exceptional, girl, who can stand toe-to-toe with all of these white actors, girl, and probably act better than them, girl. Because they got some actual pain to tap into. Not just personally, girl, but collectively for 500 plus years, girl. They told Monique, girl, we need you to do a few more extra press runs and all this other type of shit. And Monique said, if I'm going to do this, I need to be compensated, because this is rich people shit, girl. Keyword rich. The love of money, girl. Money is flowing, girl. Cream, casual, everything around me. So if I'm going to give up my time, which I can't get back, at least I'm going to get paid with something that I can use to make up for that lost time, which is money. Are you going to pay me extra? They told her ass no. Okay, well, if y'all not gonna pay me, well, I guess I won't be going on the press thing. I mean, I already did what I was obligated to do. Now, all of a sudden, girl, I'm getting a call from Oprah. And Oprah telling me, girl, look. Okay, look, Monique. Okay? You get a car, maybe it's the airfare, I don't know, hotel stay. I got all that, homegirl, I got all that. I'll send you my private jet. I'll have you flying in style. Just imagine what the blog sites and media sites will say when they see Monique getting off of a private jet from Oprah to promote. Don't you think that's more awareness for you? Oprah, I have kids. I'm doing all this shit for my children. I'm still going to enjoy my life because, bitch, it is my life. But I also want to make sure that my children have a secure future as well. And if I'm going to miss out on time with my children, time that I can't get back, I need to be compensated. Now, if you want to pay me, I'll happily get on the jet. I'll happily do all this shit, but I want my money. And because she said no. Again, money is not the root of all evil. It's the love of money that is the root of all evil. When you got that money and that influence and that power, you start creating an atmosphere where you have yes people around you, and that's going to destroy your ass. Because there are people out there that are preying on people to say yes, girl, and had a moment to strike. So Monique, walking in her truth, because it was her energy that got her there, girl. And on top of that, if we're going to play this game about money and status and power, bitch, I have Uno on that shit too, bitch. Uno. And I got a motherfucking draw 4, bitch, in my hand. Girl, so what's up? I've already won. So even if we were to play the game that y'all want to play, it validates even more what I'm saying. The fuck? But yet racism doesn't exist. It's just a myth of the past that won't go away. And I'm gonna get to y'all comments after this because we're getting towards the end, okay? And now she's difficult, girl. Yeah, I'm difficult. I'm difficult with you bitches, girl. That's fine. Cause hoes gonna still act with me. Hoes still gonna connect with me, girl. You hoes ain't God, bitch. And I have the main number because it's a personal motherfucking relationship, bitch. So you hoes ain't stopping shit. If anything, you stopping the shit that's not meant for me. And I also get to put you hoes on blast, bitch. And if y'all were to take my ass out, y'all literally turn me into a martyr. So even in this era, with the whole form of assassinations and all that shit, even if you take out the leaders, girl, that's just gonna deify them and make the cause even stronger, you dumb bitch. It's just better to just tell the motherfucking truth, bitch, and deal with the accountability, girl. Deal with it. It is that simple. The fact of hiding from the accountability is going to make the shit worse. Now I want y'all to listen to Steve Harvey, because Steve Harvey, if I'm not mistaken, his come up was a struggle too. He had to live in his car, all that other type of stuff. Now he has success. But at the same time, girl, I have heard from multiple motherfucking people how really nasty your fucking attitude is. The many times that people have run up to ask you for photos and shit like that, and you look at them like peasants while you talking to me. Ugh. Don't touch my suit. And nigga, I worked at K&G. I sold your cheap ass suits. That was discontinued. Cause only people that wear your suits is goddamn old pimps and church fags. But because he got money now, he wants to hold on to that. And he says something in this towards the end of this clip that really just spoke volumes for me. Let's listen.
What we can do is cure it with comedy. And what I'm not gonna do, Steve, I'm never ever gonna waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift, and that's my freedom. And what happens is when you allow people to start taking your freedom and your gift and making it become what makes them comfortable, we then lose. When you called me with the morning show on the phone, I said to you, Steve, my family is suffering behind this. And y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
That part. And again, as we've seen in this live, not all the time, but a lot of the time, it's the black women, it's the black feminine energy that is literally pushing shit through. You know why? Because emotion, energy in motion. When you put energy into motion, it becomes different. So Monique is basically saying, why am I being labeled difficult for telling somebody the fuck no? I could understand being difficult if I'm on set and I'm yelling at the assistant and calling her bitch, fuck you and all this shit, and I'm just, girl, we taking fucking 15 hours to record one scene, girl. If I'm acting like a complete diva, oh bitch, I need to have sliced strawberries, girl, at a certain diameter, girl. I gotta have fresh waters from the Lake of Minnetonka, bitch, with a splash of goddamn Beyonce pussy juice in here. If you were acting like a lot of A-list celebrities who have to have certain things in place in order for them, and they get it, they're labeled a bitch, but they get it. How am I gonna be labeled a bitch and difficult and y'all not give that shit to me? And on top of that, y'all knew. Because even the way that Monique is looking at Steve Harvey and how Steve Harvey head is bowed the fuck down because he motherfucking know what the truth is. With Monique to look at him with almost damn near tearing up in her eyes, talking about how hurt she is being a black woman, because, you know, the most underappreciated, the most non-protected, the most abused woman on earth is the black woman. This black woman is saying, as you as a black man, you know I didn't do anything wrong. And instead of y'all standing with y'all cojones and y'all balls, which is, I guess, the qualification for manhood, even though if you were to flick a nigga in his balls, girl, he'd probably shit on himself because it would hurt so much. Goddamn cramps he'll get. But y'all don't have the cojones to sit up here and stand in solidarity with me when I'm in the right. When I'm in the right. I want y'all to hear what Steve Harvey's response is.
Oh, listen to me. We fighting two wars here.
What war?
There's two wars. It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing,
Let me
we
tell
got
you
to flex
something.
a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
But
we in the money game. And
We're
you
in the
cannot
money game.
sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for
This
poor
is why I
people is
love my
not be one
brother.
of them. You cannot
We're
help
in the money
them
game,
more.
but let me tell
The best thing you can do for poor people is to not be them. You can't help them. I want y'all to hear that one more time. Baby, Monique ass. See, that's the benefit of the having emotional awareness and intelligence. She was able to hit that ass with such a level of fucking truth, bruh, that he was able to tell on his goddamn self about the situation. Because again, he is saying, Monique, you know what the fuck it's like to grow up in the hood. You know what the fuck it's like to have roaches on the wall and crawling in your ear. I haven't, thank the Lord, girl, because I'm a clean ass fag. Girl. You know what it's like, girl, to be eating fucking $5 crunch boxes and goddamn dollar menu shit for dinner every night. You know what it's like to have to open up the stove to heat your damn house up. You know what it's like, girl, when you open up the goddamn mailbox, girl, and you thought that Destiny Child lay there, girl. Bills, bills, bills. Can you pay my bills? Automobile, telephone bill, girl, all this shit. The bills singing that song to me, girl. They in my name. You know what it's like to live in the motherfucking hood and walk outside not knowing if your car gonna be on 4 motherfucking cinder blocks. Don't even know if your ass gonna end up being an innocent bystander who is unalived because of some beef with some other niggas. So with that being said, Monique, why would you sit up here and fuck all that up to become again, once more, the poor people who cannot be helped? Meanwhile, he's missing the whole point that it's people who come from those areas of being poor who are who are now wealthy. Cause again, Steve Harvey, nigga, you forgot where the fuck you came from. Wasn't you living in your goddamn car? There was a point in time, girl, where the afro was looking very much fucked up, sir. When you had it. Before those goddamn chiclets was put in your damn mouth, sir. What was your teeth looking like, sir? And the fact that those people that are coming from the fucking hood are now entering into this business that does not really care about their well-being, only if it's attached to some money. But then once we start playing the game the way that y'all playing it, then all of a sudden now we're difficult, we're all this shit. So you want us to do more for less and to be grateful that we're not the poor people. That sounds like the same type of energy of when Harriet Tubman was getting ready to leave the plantation that night for yet another successful in and out of hell girl for the 50th time. And it's always that one nigga on the goddamn plantation, girl, who is always afraid when Harriet come around because Harriet's gonna cause some shit. To have this nigga wondering if he should motherfucking snitch, because if he snitch, the slave's gonna fuck him up. But hey, at this point, I'm gonna act like I don't know anything. There are some niggas on the plantation, girl, who are afraid to step out of bounds. And then ignoring the fact that you got a motherfucker named Harriet Tubman who came and went to hell again and again and again and again and again and was on the same demon time that the motherfucking oppressors was on, bitch, because they understood self-defense and self-preservation. So, again, Steve Harvey and a lot of older niggas and some newer niggas, girl, are still operating in this fear-based thing. Yes, Steve Harvey, you made it, nigga. You have the millions of dollars. You have the mansions. You ain't gotta ever sleep in your car again, nigga. You can move around the way you want to. You can eat as much as you want to. If your body start looking like a goddamn keloid, girl, you still have enough funds in tow to be able to make sure that you can pay a motherfucker to suck the dick, girl. It may not be genuine, girl, but they'll come through for the money. So you have this level of awareness, hypervisibility, and luxury that everyday normal people may not experience. But you were able to survive that. How many other black people, black entertainers, actors, rappers who enter into the industry and have longevity to where they did not compromise their soul? They didn't bend over and take it up the ass. They didn't get on their knees to service the dick and the balls at the same time. Who had their careers literally stolen from them. How many careers have Diddy shelved? I want y'all to listen one more time to Steve Harvey's response, because again, that to me is the energy and frequency of fear I'm talking about. And I don't know if it's the fact of like, okay, because he grew up during the era where blackness was trying to do its thing and it got fucked horribly and tragically in the 80s, to where it's like, at this point, we're going to have to play their game. There's no escaping the Matrix, girl. This is Hunger Games, girl. And bitch, it is what it is. And if that's what y'all niggas think, y'all can do that. If y'all want to stay fear-based, if y'all want to continue to live in the system, if y'all want to sit up here and see all the horrible shit, but not put any sort of effort or action or energy into it to help change it, you are fucking the next generation. That's probably why this generation is not having kids now, because who the fuck want to bring children into this bullshit that motherfuckers 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 years in the game still have to deal with when it should be better?
Cosmo, listen to me. We fighting two wars here.
What war?
There's two wars. It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said...
And let's speak about the narrative changes. Because Monique grew imaginary balls in the dick, because apparently that's what she wanted them three motherfuckers to suck. When she said that, again, it's for Steve Harvey's perception, you're going to give in to people now labeling you as difficult because how dare you speak against somebody with such high power and authority, and you have a platform and you have a voice. So of course people are going to take what you say and investigate it. And the way that you said it in such a very just brazen and just very like overt way, like, wow, telling these motherfuckers, if I had a dick, bitch, I want y'all to suck my dick. And let's stop acting like this is the first time that Monique has ever spoke vulgar. do y'all watch her comedy specials, girl? I probably cuss as much because of Monique. I love Monique because she is a cusser. The fuck? So let's not act like this is something new. It was the fact that Monique was willing to speak on that. So, of course, to Steve Harvey's point, now the narrative can be changed, or the narrative can be strengthened that Monique is difficult because look at what she said about these people, and see, I told she's difficult, and y'all better not work with her, because if y'all work with her, y'all might end up being in her comedy special. Well, bitch, at this motherfucking point, if you hoes ain't gonna pay me my due, I'm gonna get my money some way, whether it be on y'all project or my own project, talking about the project that I did with y'all that y'all ain't pay me for. So what are we gonna do? There is a way for both parties to be satisfied in the situation. But the most important thing, especially to Steve Harvey and a lot of black people's perspective and point, is that you are now fucking up your bag. And if you are willing to sit up here and to tolerate inequality, all types of abuse, all type of pimpatry for a paycheck or for a coin or for a bag, then I want you hoes to understand that you are very much Judas spirited ass bitches. And when the karma and the awareness and the consequences that Steve Harvey spoke about actually manifest for your ass too, because it's manifesting on all parts, but manifest for you too, girl, I hope y'all will be able to live with that level of guilt and shame. Because again, sir, you are a man, and in this society, especially a lot of black men, as we've been hearing lately, that black men are leaders. They're the ones who have their head on right. They're the stoic ones. But yet, again, none of that was employed to help your sister when you knew that your sister, Monique, was in the right. But the reason why he didn't come to her rescue, girl, is because it's a part of the what? Money game.
This is the only issue I have with it, baby. When all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth.
Okay, so again, he knows that you telling the truth means you about to start a fire. And again, he could be looking at it from the perspective of how the industry does work. There are people whose whole careers have been destroyed, and not just their careers, their lives being snatched from them, their lives being taken from them. Especially when you stand against a strong system like that, you think they're gonna let that shit pass? No, girl. There will be accountability. There will be repercussions. But Monique proved that you can also survive that too if you stand true to who the hell you are. Because in this era, the age of Aquarius, girl, truth is going to be a very powerful thing that will even make demons tremble, bitch. Truth is going to be able to stop all them motherfucking powerful ass niggas in their tracks, bitch. Frozen in time. Y'all say Christ is coming back. Christ already came back. It's Christ consciousness, the mind. The mind. The emotions are going to ring true, and the mind is going to have to find a way to deal with that. And a lot of us are not mentally and emotionally and spiritually connected, aligned, balanced, or aware. And because of that, we put ourselves in situations or allow certain situations to manifest that does not benefit us. Meanwhile, Monique, a woman, a female, is the one who is speaking about the injustices that even Steve Harvey, goddamn black Mr. Clean looking ass girl, was able to affirm and validate behind closed doors.
Truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we
tell
got
you
to flex a
something.
different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
But
we in the money game. And
We're
you
in the
cannot
money game.
sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for
This
poor
why I
people is
love my
not be one
brother.
of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money
Mo.
game, but let me tell you what the game is
Cannot
before the
help
money
them
game.
like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've
on.
lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
and wait a minute.
If
wait
I
a minute.
crumble,
if you
my
crumble,
children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war in a different way. We got more right after this.
There are ways to win a war in a different way. There are ways to win wars in a different way. Right? Look at the screen. To Steve's point, and again, it's a fear-based point, if I speak the truth, my children suffer. Well, at the end of the day, it seems like whether you tell the truth or you accept the lie, there's going to be some sort of suffering that's going to happen. So if I'm going to suffer, I'd rather suffer for the fucking truth because it actually makes a change. So basically, Steve Harvey is saying that, girl, above all things, girl, sell your soul. And I get it. You're selling your soul for people other than you. But that's why the black community should be important. And not just rich, but the poor, the lower class. There needs to be a unity in blackness. Because as much as Steve Harvey talk about, oh, the best thing you can do for poor people is not beat them, those are the same motherfuckers that I was selling goddamn 42 regular, 44 longs, 46 longs, 48 extra long Steve Harvey ass, cheap ass, $99 ass suits when I was working at K&G. Buying the Steve Harvey fake ass goddamn patent leather shoes and shit. Even your Young Kings collection, nigga. Poor people buying your shit. Poor people buying tickets to come see you. And for you to say that, but again, you forgot who the fuck you was, and you already should show me and prove to me that you low-key don't mind selling your damn soul. But when Monique hit that ass and said, before the bad game, it's the integrity game, bitch. Because, bitch, you are the talent, hoe. They came to you, bitch. If I'm the motherfucking talent, I know my goddamn worth. And you said up here it's not the black man or the white man, it's the money game. Yeah, but the money game is being played differently between black and white people. Because the white actors are getting their money. The A-list celebrities, the decorated celebrities, the celebrities that have the experience, that have the hands-on work, girl, that put in the work, girl, that have solidified themselves in stone, bitch. From goddamn TV, film, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, streaming services, all that shit, bitch. These motherfuckers have solidified their goddamn selves, bitch. And if their white peers are on the same level and they're getting more, why am I not getting what the fuck I deserve? Hello. But because you a nigga, girl, you should be glad at what the fuck you get. I actually have a dick, so you can suck that, bitch. And again, Monique stayed true to the course, and Monique won her lawsuit, got her apologies, and got her stand-up special. Sometimes everyone else is wrong, and you know why everyone else is wrong? Because she knew, Steve knew, Lee Daniels knew, Tyler Perry knew, motherfucking Oprah knew, and a lot of black entertainers and the powers that be knew that she was not in the wrong. And again, it is yet another checkpoint plus and score and secure for black women coming through to save the motherfucking day, not just for themselves, but for those coming up behind them. At this point, maybe I should become trans. Maybe I should become T.S. Bubs, bitch. Y'all be talking about, oh, people be transitioning because, you know, it's hard being a man out here. It's hard being a man out here. Only reason why it's like it's hard, girl, because y'all niggas realizing y'all in the wrong and it's cleanup time. Clean up, clean up. And a lot of y'all got fupas and shit now. And fucked out ass knees now. And got gout and shit now. And waist sizes is 48 now. And got bigger titties than your wife now. Got black neck now. Eating all the hog maws and pig feet and all the type of food and shit at the motherfucking thing, getting thirds and fourths, bitch, now. Let me read y'all comments. And then we're done. This was a pretty nice, lengthy live. Extra smoke, you gonna have to come through for the replay, bruh. I'm smoking on Sunshine Kush, okay? Amen. I gotta go back out and get me some more papers. I ran out. But let me look at y'all comments real quick. Okay, good. Let me go ahead and change my music up a little bit, girl, because it's toward the end. Can I do this one? What's this one? What's this one? Is it playing? Okay, we gonna see, girl. Anyway, look at y'all comments. That was a pretty good live. That was a pretty good live. I might be back tonight again. I gotta go check. It's another live that's happening right now, girl. I thought it was gonna start at 9:30. It started at 8. I'm about to go listen and see, girl, because at this motherfucking point, girl, we talking about the age of Aquarius, bitch. And again, I'm very strategic in how I do things. Okay? I try to think outside the box and challenge myself. And shout out to Viola Davis saying that she loves challenging roles. Of course, when you walk in your gift and you start to become a master, when opposition comes about, girl, you gonna have your human moment where you're gonna be like, fuck, damn, but you gonna find a way to figure this shit out. Let me look at y'all comments real quick. I've come to realize that being a woman in this business, you've got to have hair, makeup. You got to have a whole team behind you. It takes a village. That is true. And even Taraji said that, you know, like, y'all thinking that 10 million, that 1 million that I got from this role or that's being alleged, girl, is going right into my bank account. Hell no, girl. Miss Sam is saying, girl, I want half of that, girl. I want half of it, bitch. Even though paying taxes is supposed to be voluntary. But anyway. And I got to pay everybody else. Everybody else got to eat. Then I still got bills and shit. And you don't think I want to go take a vacation? You don't think I want to go be laying down in the sun and recuperating from putting my foot off in this goddamn performance, bitch, just to get the fuck back up, girl, and do all type of press release and not get no damn sleep just for me to do another film, girl, so I can survive? So at this point, it seemed like no matter whether you're at the top of the fucking pyramid, girl, or the bottom, girl, you're going to be pimped. Niggas being pimped down here with dead end 9-to-5 jobs, J.O.B., just over broke, just enough to keep half of your head, your face up out into the air, girl, while the rest of your body, girl, ears down is in the water. And now the people that we look up to, that we want to aspire, that, girl, I can't wait till I get this audition, girl. I'm going to quit my job and become a full-time actress, girl, just for your ass to be like, girl, I will go back to 7-Eleven in a minute. Because they done stole my damn soul. They done pimped me out. I have hypervisibility. Now I got motherfuckers who don't know me judging me and shit. It's a whole different experience. And these are people who are powerful, girl. How many times have Michael Jackson gone out in public with makeup on, prosthetics and stuff, just so he can enjoy a regular fucking life and not be fucking Michael Jackson? Girl. Yes, Billy Porter said that he received 6 cents, a 6-cent residual check for a show that he won the Emmy for, which was Pose. Oh, I still got to read that article real quick. He had to wind up selling his home around the time the actors and the writer's strike was going on. Wow. because the way the economy is right now, so bad. Not to get off topic, but this also reminds me of the actor dude that recently accused the millionaire director of SA him for years, and he claimed to be afraid to come forward because of these people. Yes, Christian Keys, yes. Power have the control to make or break your career if you don't subject yourself to their demands. And that's the thing. That's why do you think everybody want power? Because it gives me a chance to have access to money and wealth and influence and connection. And I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that. But I think when we start looking at it from a narcissistic standpoint of like, oh, I'm becoming rich so that I don't have to be subjected to what everybody else does. So if I want to go ahead and commit a crime, girl, I can get away with it. I can pay to get off. Or if I want my dick sucked by this bitch, girl, and I happen to get a little bit violent, girl, I made that hoe sign an NDA. And now we have people coming out about these high profile ass people with millions of dollars who are not giving back to the black community, who are following the same ideology of Steve Harvey, which is the best way to help poor people is to not be them. And how these people have seen crazy ass, radical ass, life altering, life changing, fucking PTS inducing ass experiences. Like, girl. Now they're saying that Vin Diesel is accused of something. And the reason why I'm starting to believe these people's experiences is because, again, what happens at the top, at the head, trickles down. You have people who are quote unquote poor who find their own ways of emulating those on top. And with me being in these red pill being in these red pill yet viewpoint that is toxic in reference to their masculinity, that when I sit and I listen to what comes out of their mouths, they openly talk about objectifying and sexualizing people as if it's okay and it's the thing to fucking do. How they talk about women and objectify women and see them only as sexual objects to be subjugated. How a woman's worth and value is in how she looks and how many times she makes you ski-yeet. To where I just discovered that there's a lot of men out there that are marrying women that they really don't want, but yet desire the women they really want, who are these 9s and 10s, but then feel some type of way when the 9s and 10s also want the bank account to also match the 9s and 10s. And how a lot of us as human beings, but in context to this conversation of blackness, how many of us as black people have no problem selling our soul for affirmation. And that probably wouldn't be the fucking case if blackness could find a way collectively to find a healthy viewpoint that could be monolithic for blackness, to where black people can start saying the word no. To where black people don't have to compromise or sacrifice themselves for a bag or for some coin, for something that you cannot take with you when you die. I mean, ain't some of you motherfuckers are the same people who grew up during a time and era where if you need a sugar bitch, you could go down the street to Miss Auntie Sam's or whatever her name is, or Sandy, and get some from her? or if you needed something done to your house or something done to your car, that there was somebody in the neighborhood that could do it. We sit here and we talk about the outcomes and the end products, but we don't have the conversations to try to understand how the fuck this came about. And then when people come through who do live the experience, who do have the receipts, who do have all this shit, who is living the shit that you're questioning, girl, you even question that despite the fact and the evidence. And now that all of this shit is coming out and truth is coming out, the next step is, what is going to be done with the truth? Now that we understand that it's a money game, now that we understand that it's about self-preservation, now that we understand that there are people that are in positions of power that have connections to what could seem as unlimited sources of income, how do you fight that? But the gag is that in reference to blackness, we've done that before. Multiple times throughout history. What about after slavery? And the product that was making America so great was now free to make itself great, and was doing just that. And we had Black Wall Street, where black money and black dollars, because even though black people may not have the national wealth, girl, we spend money like we are the national wealth. We are the people who spend the most money, and will spend buku's amount of money. Do y'all not remember the clip I inserted in my custom documentary, girl? Where they spoke about selling to the Negro, and the Negro has to have the best because he didn't have much coming up. So now there's a whole bunch of, I gotta pay to, I'm trying to find the term for it, girl, to perpetrate and to flex like I got it when I don't. This shit is deep, and I'm tired of motherfuckers having surface level conversations and afraid to jump in the water, girl. I'm 5'2", bitch, and I need to learn how to tread water. I can swim, but I don't know how to tread. But until then, bitch, put on this motherfucking life preserver jacket and jump the fuck in. Cause if you don't jump the fuck in, you talking about your goddamn kids and making sure your kids are secure. Your kids still have to deal with living in their parents' shadow. Look at motherfucking King with T.I. and Tiny and them. How he grew up in a place, in an era, in a level of privilege that so many black people wish they grew up in. But you want to hang with the niggas. He wants to hang where the people are. The people who had to make the choice to ascend. And even in the hood, it's given the illusion that the only way your ass can ascend, especially if you black, is in the realm of sports and in the realm of rap. Because those are the fastest ways to get the money. This shit deep. You notice a lot of celebrities are even joining OnlyFans as a side job to make ends meet. Hell yeah. Last Friday, I was watching wrestling with a friend of mine, and there was a wrestler, I forgot his name, this white guy, and he told me that this white boy had a sex tape out, and he showed me the sex tape, and you know, he's showing dick and stuff. I'm like, okay, you know, niggas show dick, but then he starts showing his ass and all type of motherfucking position like he about to take the dick. I'm like, oh wow, this is, and the nigga still wrestling, girl. He on the television live. Meanwhile, I'm looking at his live asshole on this screen, on this fucking phone screen. So yes, a lot of celebrities are doing that, and sex sells. We are so overly sexualized that we sit here and talk about the children and sexualization of children, but we have sexualizing conversations and wonder where the children learn the sexualization from. The children are literally in a space where technology has taught them to be on the same level as you. So what's up? So a lot of these celebrities have to resort to sexual things to get money. Hell, especially when masculinity at large, or this toxic viewpoint of masculinity, is saying that, bitch, in order for you to be a man, you have to have the money, the power, and the respect. And this holy trinity will unlock the door to pussy in your hand. I'm not pussy whip, I whips pussy. Bitch. Let me read this article real quick, and then we're going to be done, because I really need to get some papers. And I want to get to this damn live, because I'm already going to be 2 hours behind. But this article is from medium.com. Again, the article is in the description box below as far as the link. This is from Joshim Wilson, and this is from March 21st of 2018. So this is kind of old. It's a 7-minute read, and it reads, Miss Monique, we are so sorry. January 19th, 2018, comedian, New York Times best-selling author, talk show host, and Oscar-winning actress Monique posted a video to Instagram where she called for a boycott of Netflix because of gender bias and color bias. In the video, Monique expresses outrage at being offered $500,000 to do a comedy special for Netflix. She then explains that Amy Schumer was offered $11 million for her Netflix comedy special. Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle were offered $20 million for their specials. And again, with the names that are listed, Monique is the most decorated, as we will find out later on in the article. I immediately jumped up, ready for the Netflix so white and hashtag Netflix boycott to be assaulting my timelines. I mean, why not? Monique is a household name. I grew up watching her and never stopped. Same here. After all, Monique is one of 18 African Americans who have ever received an Academy Award 2010. She is the 4th African American woman in history to win an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, and the 5th woman of color in history to receive any award from the Academy. I was shocked and disappointed to see that her own people did not only not support her, but helped Netflix silently handle the problem. First, Monique was labeled as greedy and a liar by people she knew and her own community. The people that still watch reruns of the Parkers, okay? It was alleged that she was offered $3 million for a Netflix comedy special and that she turned it down. The lie was she turned it down because of the difference in pay between her and her male counterparts, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. It was further alleged that Monique felt that Netflix referred to her as a legend, and she demanded to get paid the same as the male legends. Monique quickly quieted that with her January 1st Instagram post, an email from Netflix about the deal she was offered. Dated December 2017, the email confirms that she was offered $500,000 for a 1-hour Netflix special with a production budget of $310,000. The letter went on to detail what Netflix expected for their $810,000 Monique comedy special, making Netflix look worse. Netflix expected for the total of $810,000 they would for 12 months after our premiere. Monique cannot tape or negotiate with any third party concerning her Netflix comedy special. After this 12 months, we get first refusal right for her next special, For 24 months after our premiere, we asked that Monique not perform or use the material from our special in any recorded program, audio only or audio visual work. Then we ask for a first refusal right after the 24 months in the event she does want to use the material elsewhere. Monique agrees to promote the special. Netflix retains creative and business controls, including choice of production company and the final cut. In essence, Netflix would own Monique for 2 years after her special premiere for $500,000. $500,000. So for 2 years, for $500,000, right, which she was able to prove, Netflix would own Monique, which means that she can't use any comedy in any sort of the work that she fucking wrote. She can't use her own shit in other comedy specials until that comes out. Just having creative control and final production, having the first to be able to get all this stuff, the first. And she is saying, well, if that's going to be the case, I need to be paid more. No shade, especially if y'all going to own me for 2 years, and that means 2 years I can't use any newer and improved comedy or a material. You're going to have to compensate me for that. And $500,000 is just not enough, especially when I'm the most decorated amongst the list of other people who had Netflix specials who do not hold a candle to my accolades. Because again, this is the game about power and titles, right? Later, rumors of Monique being difficult to work with started surfacing as if to explain her being so-called blackballed, and Netflix lowerballed offer. I personally had never seen, read, or heard anyone say Monique is difficult to work with until Monique told us that she was informed that she was difficult to work with and she'd been blackballed. I think we forget it was Monique who brought this to light before anyone else. Just watch her Periscope and you'll understand if you don't. Oh, wow, they still got Periscope, bitch? Damn. Since the beginning of time, there have been rumors about how difficult actors and especially actresses are and or can be. Hell, I heard the legendary Cicely Tyson is a bitch on set and some shit about the Wayans brothers that has me lifting an eyebrow. And we all heard the rumors about Martin and Gina. But question, wasn't Tisha Campbell Martin blackballed but suffered in silence until My Wife and Kids? Or shall I say, Hollywood took her off punishment? How about this question? Would fellow Academy Award-winning actress and comedian Whoopi Goldberg in 1990, at any point in her career, post-Oscar, have been offered $500,000 by Netflix to do a special? I think we all will agree the answer to that is hell no. Now, according to IMDb, Monique has 57 award wins, one of which is an Oscar, heavily supported the claim that she is the most decorated comedian alive. Even when you think about it in regards to her success, she is one of like 18 African Americans ever to win an Oscar, 5 of which are comedians, putting her amongst the ranks of comedic legends Whoopi Goldberg, an Academy Award win in 1990, Cuba Gooding Jr., Academy Award win in 1996, and Jamie Foxx, Academy Award win in 2004. And when it comes to all in all awards won, Monique 57 beats out Whoopi Goldberg's 55. In fact, it wasn't until March 4th, 2018 that Monique's assertion that she is the most decorated comedian alive can now be called into question. Jordan Peele won an Academy Award for his movie Get Out in 2017, and according to IMDb, he has won a total of 72 awards, making him the most decorated comedian alive, and Monique the second. But I wouldn't regard Mr. Peele as a legend. Okay? Just like we do with Martin, we tune into the Parkers and watch her chase the professor around. We grew up on Monique. We watched her weight loss and her thoughts on skinny bitches evolve, okay? Because back then she was saying them hoes are evil and can't be trusted. We watched her talk show from 2009 to 2011, and we read her books, Skinny Cooks Can't Be Trusted, Beacon Hills High, and Skinny Women Are Evil, a note of a big girl in a small-minded world. Now, let's be honest. We all know if Monique had a Netflix comedy special, we all gonna be getting us a free trial subscription to Netflix, okay? Free trial. We wasn't gonna pay for come the next month, like we do every time Dave Chappelle comes off of hiatus. This all boils down to what we think our black women are worth. We answer that question by being insensitive, ignorant of the facts and casting stones at our own, helping the media, which does that very well without our added support. Somehow, even in this journal, Monique has been demonized and attacked for asserting her worth. She is not the first black woman in Hollywood to be called difficult. I still hear stories of chance meetings with celebrities where people are shocked at how nice, normal, or human they turn out to be. But I digress. The numbers are there. The proof is out, and it only takes a quick Google search to find it. I have been following Monique on Periscope since I heard she was going in on Oprah and them, I have watched her and listened. And to be honest, I am deeply disappointed in the response from our own people, especially when the evidence is sitting there in our faces. Wanda Sykes, another of our comedy legends who does not have an Oscar, tweeted that Netflix offered her less than half of what Monique was offered. I guess Wanda Sykes must be even more difficult to work with than Monique, right? Or it just might be that we have been waiting for Ricky Gervais' stand-up comedy special, which Netflix just recently paid $20 million for each of his 2 stand-up specials. Maybe I'm ignorant, but who the hell is Ricky? I mean, am I even spelling the name right? And according to IMDb, I am, okay? But with no Academy Award wins to date, Ricky has 25 award wins and is known for being a writer on The Office, The Invention of Lying, Extras, and Ghost Town. I mean, I know what The Office is, and I know it's popular, I guess. But can we really say anyone was expecting or anticipating Ricky's comedy special? I guess he must be a white comedy legend who we know are judged by different standards. Better insight on this would be the 4-year deal Shonda Rhimes signed with Netflix for $100 million and the 5-year deal Ryan Murphy signed totaling $300 million. With shows like Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, to name a few, I can't help but wonder what the excuse would be here. Is American Horror Story, Feud, and Glee worth more than ABC's TGIT lineup, which Shonda has been dominating for more than a decade? I don't think an extra year on a contract between 2 powerhouse producers should be a $300 million difference. I do not think Shonda Rhimes is worth $200 million less than Ryan Murphy's. However, when we attack Monique for speaking up and out, it tells us what our own people think. It says that we think Monique, our sister, is worth less than a goofy white comedian. It says that we think our best and brightest, such as Shonda, is not worth more than that, or even equal to that of the white people doing the same thing, even when she might be doing it better. I mean, what will it really hurt to stand by our own sisters? What more do our sisters need to do to gain our support? How much more do they need to give to get a fair hand, or even to not blatantly be disrespected and disregarded by their own people? And with that being said, I know I am only one person, yet and still I stand by my sister Monique, and yes, that means I will be boycotting Netflix and Monique. And let me put this up, okay? Because again, girl, Monique won. I would like to extend my deepest and most sincere apology on behalf of our people, for they know not what they do. Keep fighting, sister, and stay strong. I will be reaching out to you for an interview. And again, that's from Jasheem Wilson's Medium post on his platform. In closing, I'm going to say this. Change is possible. And you have people who have endured the actual experiences that some of y'all have not, who have the wisdoms and the nuggets of wisdom that can help bring forth an amalgamation of change so that future actors and actresses and entertainers and these people who literally have gifts and talents, it helps them to create. What we should do now is to help create something that will benefit those coming up after us, so they don't have to walk in the same footsteps as us, which are very destructive as footsteps. And the truth is coming out about this industry and what they have done to people. And this is not anything new. I remember hearing this shit back in 2009, 2010, when the Illuminati videos that have been scrubbed from YouTube and shit were showing all this stuff in a more visceral and raw way. And that if we are going to make changes, we are going to have to follow in the energy of Monique. And guess what? That does mean that we may have to take a pay cut. It may mean that the opportunities that were once afforded to us are now being taken away from us. But all that was given to us under false pretense anyway, so why not give the devil his shit back? But if we act like Monique, who acted like motherfucking Tina Turner in that motherfucking locker room, motherfucking courtroom, girl, where she told that nigga he can have everything, girl, except my name, bitch. I worked too hard for my name. It was these names, girl, that manifested these productions to be what they are. It was these people who was able to take a story from your fucking mind and manifest it into this fucking 3D world reality, girl. And one thing a lot of people love to do is they want people to be overworked and underpaid. Girl, fuck y'all. And that's why we have to do something different, because if we look in history, whenever the people are fed up, there is always some feud against the people and the powers that be. Even the way Steve Harvey responded was out of fear to Monique. But imagine what would have happened if Monique would have had that security from these other black millionaires who were publicly saying, we stand with our sister because this is wrong. This is objectively wrong. We talked about it on the phone, girl. It's wrong. Taraji just got on live recently. Was just on the SiriusXM a few days ago, girl, telling the truth about how wrong it is. Other black people understand how wrong it is. Black directors understand how wrong it is. Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels expressed how wrong it is. But y'all on that Whitney, it's not right, but it's okay. No, it's not okay. And if it's such a okay, well, when they do it to your ass, girl, then we gonna be okay. When they do it to your ass, Diddy, be okay with it. When they do it against you, R. Kelly, be okay with it. Didn't Steve Harvey have some type of shit going on with his goddamn wife or ex-wife or some shit going on? Bitch, money, power, and privilege is not gonna protect y'all. All Monique says, bitch, I came up and did my job. I just want to be paid for the job that I did, because I'm the one that has to get into character. I'm the one that has to miss important things. I am the one that is transforming and conforming my life to make your dream a reality. So if I'm going to spend that time and especially get it possibly nominated for awards, bitch, pay me my shit. If Meryl Streep walk up in this bitch and say, girl, I want this, and I'm on the same level as her ass, bitch, I need to also get this. If I am the second most directed comedian, girl, with all of these award wins that some of these hoes don't even have, girl, in their motherfucking life, and they getting more than me, girl, where is my shit? You want to deny my greatness because I also bring along my blackness and my womanness into this. So now you want me to leave my blackness and shit at the door, or only use my blackness only when it's able to tell your story. Bitch, fuck you. And for the black people that got money and power and all this awareness, and y'all know what's going on, y'all need to put y'all money where y'all fucking mouths is too. There needs to be some sort of Black Actors Academy, girl, that needs to be created, girl, and to be able to help other Black actors traverse through shit. Or y'all need to start giving up some of the industry secrets. I forgot who it was, but it was this artist who ended up learning about being a businesswoman and being able to make demands and all that type of shit and get what's hers because Phyllis Hyman was a businesswoman who taught her. I forgot the name of the artist who taught her. Oh, Rochelle Farrell. I think it was Phyllis Hyman and Rochelle Farrell. I think it is Rochelle Farrell. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. To be able to help her to be able to deal with the industry. And we saw what the industry did to Phyllis Hyman. How much more shit do y'all need, nigga? Like, we got the internet that's talking about shit that happened 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, and it's energetically happening today, girl. What else do you need to see? What else do you need to know, girl? What the fuck? But maybe you need it to happen to you. And the way the age of Aquarius is set up, bitch, is gonna be all of us. I remember when Damon Dash confronted Lee Daniels at an event because Lee owed him money. Hell yeah, and you fucking with hood niggas, girl. They like motherfucking what's the name from Friday, bitch. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions, girl. And they learned that shit from a supremacist type of thing too. And especially if you got millions of dollars, bitch, pay me my shit back, girl. I can understand that you can't pay it, but pay me my shit back. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me for this live. I stand in solidarity with Taraji. I stand in solidarity with all of the Black actors and actresses who literally are trying to just live their great and make and manifest their best life. And that also includes financial security and stability, especially if we're playing this game and it's about accolades and titles in the system. Then how is it that y'all can play it that way, but I can't play it, and I'm playing the game just as good or better than y'all? But I think that's the issue because, again, with it being systemic racism, how dare your nigga ass want more than me or equal to me? If y'all enjoyed this live, please make sure that y'all hit that like button for a nigga. Okay, I really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow in the algorithms. We are at 774 subscribers, so we're slowly but surely getting up there, okay? If you like the vibe over here on BubzDaGawd, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of my sporadic ass lives and uploads, okay? I'm going to ask you to please share my content. If there is something that I've said in this commentary that speaks to your soul and you feel like it can help other people, please do not hesitate to take some of my content and use it on your social media platforms to continue these conversations. And also tag me in them as well so we can continue to get the BubzDaGawd brand out there, okay? No shade. And if you feel compelled, you can definitely hit me up on the CashApp, which is at the bottom of the screen, $ BubzDaGawd, okay? Anything you send, we appreciate. We take shit that jingle, fold, and everything in between, okay? Thank you. Okay, because we understand the power of money and currency, but it's not the love of it, okay? It's the love of it that gets you fucked up, okay? This is just a currency that your ass can use while you here, girl, because when you die, the shit you bought, you can't take it with you. You can't even take your own physical body with you. So what makes you think you're going to take the money, okay? Thank y'all so much for joining me. Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to those who are listening in the bushes. And until next time, everybody, peace.
Love never dies, just choose to keep on.